All right, so we got some more lights today, and I'm a big fan of lights, and I do think I may want to get some new lights for in here just to brighten this up. I'm using some pretty inexpensive lights right now to light this, so I think I may have some better luck, maybe, if I invest a little bit more. I wanted to also have another light that is portable to bring with me. Many of you probably have seen in some of my previous videos, I like these little LED panels, these RGB panels that you can get. And I've got two of them right now. One of them's back there. One of them's right here. I just brought it out so you guys could see it. And the reason that I bought this one coming up is because, number one, it's a little cheaper. So I wanted to see if I could save some money by going this route. And two, it's a little smaller. Also, something that I was interested in. So we're gonna take a look at this new light right now. So this is the light here that I bought on Amazon by Moman. It's an RGB LED light. Model number, as you can see here, MFL-06R. Now again, one of the big reasons that I looked at this light was price, $129. Now comparatively, this light that I bought was I think $159 or $179, something like that. A little more expensive. Worth it? I don't know. I do like paying less money, and I do like this size. And that brings me to the other one. This one does look like it's a little bit smaller. Not a lot, but a little bit. And if you can see here, like a lot of the different lights out there, you can change the color temperature. You can change it into not only color temperature, but one of the bajillion RGB colors out there, which is awesome. And it'll have all these different kind of scene modes that you can look at. And there's a big one. See that size? Putting it up in comparison to the actual iPhone. Yeah, very cool. This comes with a 3200 milliamp battery built in. So it says spec wise that you should be able to get at full 100% power if you were running this, just over 2 hours. They say about 140 minutes. I'd ballpark at 2 hours. Now, if you were running it down at about 4 or 5%, you would be getting up to 24 hours, they say. So that's actually really good. Plus, they say that if you need to charge this based on a USB-C charger, based anywhere from 5 volts to 12 volts, you can charge this light up from 0 to 100 in about 2 hours. So that's also really good. So if you had a couple of them, you could actually just have one on the charger while the other one's running. Actually really nice as well. So let's take a look at what comes in the box. Here it is right here, Moman photography fill light. And I love that it's photography fill light. I probably say, and it can be, I probably say it's more of a video for me, video light, but I can see more people using these as photography lights. Manual, which is what it comes with here, which is really good. So you got English on one side. You get, I want to say Chinese, but I don't know, on the other side. But what I do like is that it looks like it's a large printed manual, which is good. So a lot of us get manuals and you're like, well, that's so small I can't even read it. So there's no real point in having it, because I'm guessing anyway. But very cool. Nice to see a big manual there. USB-C cable, looks like it's a good length. I'd say that's probably about 2 to 3 feet for sure. Some silica gel, don't eat that because you shouldn't. It'll do bad things. Allen key, not sure what an Allen key's for, but you get one. Little case, which is nice. Nice to see that you do get a little case for it. Throw that there. You get, oh, that's nice. You get a little cold shoe mount, which is going to go 1/4 inch there to cold shoe. Oh, that's what your Allen key's for right there. That's it right there. So this would be so that you can actually angle this. So this could be angled depending on what you need. That's nice. I like that a lot. And last but not least, here's the light. So I'm going to throw this stuff over here. Moman. So number one, this is the first thing I want to show you guys. I don't need the Allen key because we know what that's for now. It's for the little adapter here. If you want to tighten it, loosen it, angle it, do whatever you want with it. Number one, here's the Moman light, and I'm going to bring out that other light that I had here. You can definitely see it's a bit smaller. Not a lot smaller, but it is smaller, and that size can be a big thing, especially if there's little areas that you have to be able to get this light into. The other thing I like about this too is it does seem to come with a diffuser on it versus this one, which has a diffuser, but definitely not to the extent that this one has. That's kind of nice. What do we have on this? So there's your front, very cool. Mounting holes here and here. Excellent. Coming around to the top, we have our USB-C charger right there. And again, if you have that plugged in from 5 volts plus, should be able to charge this up in about two-ish hours. There's your power button right there. You do see that everything is nicely labeled on the back, so this points to what's on the edge here. So once this is powered, this is your set. Now a set will take you, usually, I'm hoping, through the different modes. So that mode that'll go from being able to adjust just color temperature, going to a mode that's full RGB spectrum, and lastly going to the mode that's going to go through all their scenes, because all these RGB LED lights come with a bunch of scenes, so that's kind of cool. Now depending on what one you're in, function is going to move between what you're actually adjusting. So this is a button here on the side that is also able to be pushed inward, so you can click it in as well as scroll it up and down. So pushing it in will change, let's say you're in the scene mode. So pushing it in would go through, let's say, your scenes. If you're in, let's see, the RGB color mode, so it's a HSL mode, I believe they call it. So once you're in that mode, if you click on it, you'll see different areas. So being able to change what the actual hue is. Click on it, will take you to what the saturation is. So you'll be able to adjust all those. And of course, the dimmer is going to always be, or at least it usually is, always going to be the actual power of the light. So let's turn this on. We're going to face it downward so you guys can see the brightness. So on, there we go. And you'll see we're in that, it's called CCT mode. And this is going to be the one that actually, there's that brightness, actually is based on color temperature. So you'll see where the little arrow is and it points to 5500. Now if we were to touch this, there's nothing else this goes to, which makes sense. This up and down will allow me to adjust the color temperature. Get through here. And dimmer, of course, is going to adjust how bright or dim that is. Now, if we brought this all the way down to like 20%, you can actually still, like, that's still a good amount of light. Like that's only at 20%, right? Oh yeah, like get that in there. That's excellent. That's at 20%. What happens if I brought it down even further? Because they were talking about like 5%. So if I bring this down, that's 0. 0 is too little. Let's bring it down to 5. Still, it won't have the distance on it, but if you had that just at a shot here, you could use that to fill for sure. That's at 5%. That's all right. All right, then, of course, if we hit, let's see, that set button, we'll go from CCT to HSI. Now, HSI, again, we'll bring that dimmer up so it's a little brighter. You'll see that you have hue and saturation. So right now it's on hue, so if I were to slide this up or down, you'll see the color. Hopefully you can see the color in the table change. There's a kind of a green as we go through it. Changes into kind of an orangey color, probably into red, right? Once you get that color. And we can just kind of go through that. Now you'll also see on the other one, there's an S, and that's saturation. So all we're going to do is tap the function, and you'll see the little arrow go over to the saturation, which now means that we can say how bright that color is. And you can see that red really tone up versus bring the saturation down, and you'll see that it mutes down to a pure white. So very cool. Lastly, if we hit the set button, we go to scene. So you'll have different scenes. So here's the scene here. It's got a, looks like a flash. But again, you can tap on these to kind of go through, or slide them up and down to go through the different scenes. And you'll actually hear. So you have different things. So here's like an alarm. But then if you go up and down, it's different ones, A, B, and C. So each one of these has 3 different modes to it. So there's 1, A, B, and C. Click 2, A, B, and C. 3 looks like probably lightning, A, B, and C. Right. Crank that right up there. Oh, right, should be like lightning. Yeah, that's cool. Cool, I'll turn this off. So you got a whole bunch of things that you can play with in here. $129. Now, if you had 2 or 3 of these going on, especially things like the lightning one, or you had that, they have one for like a police car, and you had them in different areas of the room. Look like there's a police car over on this window and a police car over on this window. Very cool. So now I have a couple of these. That's excellent. I'm super happy about that. So yeah, 129 bucks. It got 4.5 stars out of 99 ratings. So I'm curious, what is there here? 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. Somebody in here didn't like it. Maybe they got a defective one. I don't see it. I also 5 star. 5 star. Really good. All right, my friends, I'm going to put a link down below to these if you're interested, because I think it's a great tool to have, both for photography and especially for video as well, especially the scene modes. The scene modes are really towards people shooting video because you just can't capture that with photography. Anyways, link down below if you guys are interested. They do have a couple other models. Some of them are non-RGB. They're just white lights, depending on what you need. Head on over, take a look. And that's it. Link in the description. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribing is awesome. Helps the channel. Helps us be able to get more cool toys and devices for us to look at for you guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah, hit the little bell, wherever that is. It's up in one of these corners, or I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know. Somewhere. All right, guys. We'll see you. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Next video coming up. Later.